If you have a router table, you need a router lift. And if you're looking for a router lift, this is the one for you. Routers are just a little bit like clamps. You can never have enough of them. And if you have more than one router in your shop, I'm guessing that it's in a router table, which brings us to today's video e-note. Today I thought I'd talk about the Kreg PRS 5000 router lift. It's actually the one that we sell the most of here in the store by far. And why is that? It's an excellent router lift. It's actually made by Jessam, so you know it's well made. I've pulled a router lift out of the box just to show you what you're going to get when you order one. Let's just see what some of these features are that make it such a wonderful router lift. And what you're going to find in the box, of course, is the instruction sheet, and I encourage you to read that. There's a crank that's used for raising and lowering the bit. There'll be 3 inserts, a wrench to remove and tighten those inserts, a starter pin, and an Allen wrench that you'll use when you're installing your motor. So let's take a look at the underside of this, as this is part of the cool of this router lift. 4 clamps and 8 mounting holes allow you to mount some 20 different motors to this lift. And if you don't see your motor listed on this list, measure the diameter of it and see if it matches up with any of these routers and use those corresponding holes. The router that we use in our shop is a Bosch, and I know that needs a number 5 hole. So what I'm going to do is loosen this set screw on this clamp. I will move that to the hole number 5 and reinsert the screw and tighten it up. Once I've done that to all 4, then my next step is to take the hand crank and cinch it tight. So I've done that. I'm ready to go. So the next cool feature, and the one that you really want, and is why you want a router lift, is right here. This is the next piece of the magic, and that would be that dial right there. The dial allows you to micro adjust that router carriage, and then when you have it set, the lock will obviously lock it. And we'll see that in action here in just a moment on our router. And another thing to mention is it's a 3/8 inch thick, hard anodized aluminum plate that will not sag under the heaviest of routers. So it is by far our best seller, and that's one of the reasons why. So let me show you this in action on our router. Well, here's the router table we use in our shop. It has the Kreg PRS 5000 router lift in it with a Bosch motor, just like I said earlier. Fits perfectly in this Kreg tabletop, and it would work just fine in a custom homemade tabletop. So let's take a look at some of the features of this router lift, and you'll see why you need one in your shop. I spoke about the micro adjust and the lock earlier, but the other reason you want a router lift is that it allows you to do everything above the table instead of having to get below the table to make adjustments. So if I want to raise the router bit, I can just unlock it, then I can raise it, or I can lower it. And if I want to change a bit, I'll just remove the insert ring, I can raise the bit, and now I have easy access to the collet to make that bit change. So if I want to change from a straight bit to a chamfer bit, slip that in there. It's just that easy. Now I'll just lower the bit. I'll put in the appropriate insert ring. And I can make any final adjustments. Lock it down, and I'm ready to route. It's just that easy. It's so nice to be able to do that all above board. So I've set the bit height on that chamfer bit, but let's say that I want to make a fine adjustment to that, and that's where that micro adjust dial comes in handy. I'll unlock it, and then each rotation of that dial is a 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to set that 0 to that mark. And again, each rotation, full rotation, will be a 1/16 of an inch. So I can just do very minor adjustments. There's a 64th of an inch. I can go a little further if I wanted to. There's a 32nd. But you can fine tune it to whatever you need to make the cut that you want. Once you've done that, just be sure to lock it, and you can make your cut. That's the other advantage to this lift. In addition to being able to do everything above board, you can micro-fit your cut. So there you have it. This is a great lift. If you don't have one in your shop, this is the one you need. If you're going to build a router table, this is the one to build it to. If you have a router table and a lift, this is the one you want to replace it with. So to get yours, click on the link below and get it today. And to receive weekly videos like this one, sign up for our free eNote video tips by going to thewoodsmithstore.com. When you do, you'll receive $25 in online gift certificates as a bonus. And just so you don't miss anything, be sure to subscribe to our Woodsmith Store YouTube channel.